Welcome to Mondello once again for the live stream of race 2 today, the 13th of September, for the Boss Ireland cars. Now reduced grid again today, 5 cars out now due to one expiring there at the end of the race, so I'll talk to you about that later. But at the moment the cars are forming up on the grid, and we have Dara Daly in pole position there. Alongside him is Tony Greenan. Tony Greenan on pole with Dara Daly on the outside, and they're underway. Dara Daly getting a bit of wheel spin there, and they're away. Not sure who's got into pole there or got into the first corner, turn 1. So it's weather is very kind to us today, actually. No rain and dry conditions, totally dry now, and a nice stiff breeze, but cool enough, but yeah, grand conditions considering the weather forecast. And I'm keeping an eye out now for cars coming into Tarzan 1 and 2. I'll be able to tell who's in the lead. Paul O'Connell was starting from the third row, actually. So he has a quick iron. They're in Tarzan 1 and 2, coming out of Tarzan 2 now, and it's Dara Daly has the lead, with Tony Greenan and Paul O'Connell challenging Tony Greenan for second place. So we await them coming into Southside Motor Factors corner. And we'll see who emerges. And it's Dara Daly, nice lead there. Paul O'Connell going around the outside of Tony Greenan, and obviously quicker car down the straight. So Paul O'Connell in second, Tony Greenan in third. And I'm not sure, did I see Michael Connolly out? Michael was starting from the pit road. And I see some cars emerging on the track, but now we're going down the, that's Michael Connolly actually going down the main straight. So Michael must have had a bit of a problem getting underway. And we await the cars going down to Tarzan 1 and 2. Of course, cars are in now into the pits, and I see Dara Daly. Yeah, Dara Daly, they're going through Tarzan 1 and 2, and we're waiting to come through. There's Paul O'Connell on his own there. So not sure what happened with is Tony Green gone? Well, let's see. Now we're at Southside Motor Factors, and coming through with a nice lead, Dara Daly. How far back is Paul O'Connell? Half the straight almost. Oh no, it's actually Tony Greenan. Tony Greenan in second still. So must have got by Paul O'Connell somewhere. Mistake there probably from Paul O'Connell, I reckon. And Daniel Fardy there taking up the, not that final spot, but fourth spot. And fifth would be Michael Connolly. Michael Connolly coming up the Southside Motor Factors corner now. You see him emerge there, and down the straight he goes. Now this is the first time we've done a live stream in this situation. We expected Mondello probably to have the live stream going with the ICCR, but they don't do it on the Saturdays apparently. So here we are, and rigged up by Senator O'Connor of Vantage Point Video to produce this live stream of the race. And we have Dara Daly on a 130. See now 134.3, and Tony Greenan on a 136.2, Paul O'Connell on a 137.0. So we see Daniel Fardy coming up from Tarzan 2, and around Southside Motor Factors there is Paul O'Connell down the main straight, followed by Tony Greenan. So Paul O'Connell's got by Tony Greenan once again. Was that Dara Daly? Dara Daly went backwards there. Must have had an off. So Paul O'Connell is in the lead of the race. Paul will be delighted with that. And Fergus Fardy is fourth, I believe. Fergus fourth, and Michael Connolly fifth. So, yeah, a bit of excitement there. We didn't see where it happened, but there you go. So we have Michael Connolly there going down the main straight. Probably about half a lap behind, whatever happened to him, getting away from the pit road, I would expect. And awaiting Paul O'Connell to come down into Tarzan 1 and 2. And Paul O'Connell rounds the Tarzan 2 and up the hill, and has a nice lead from Tony Greenan. And then following is Dara Daly. Whether he has some mechanical issue or whatever. So we await Paul O'Connell's entry into. There he goes down outside Motor Factors, down the main straight, followed by Tony Greenan. Tony will be delighted if he gets a second place here against those quicker cars. Dara Daly then. So kind of an equal distance between first, second and third. And then we have Daniel Fardy coming into Southside Motor Factors corner. So we're running 3 cameras here. One at Tarzan 1 and 2, one at Southside Motor Factors, and the other camera down the main straight. So we're doing our best in the circumstances that was kind of foisted upon us. Obviously we haven't got full coverage of the circuit, so we have to make do with cameras we have. Not bad for a kind of a one-man operation. We've got to hand it out to Senan O'Connor of Vantage Point Video for managing to do this. And Tony Greenan makes it up the hill from the back of the circuit there and up into Tarzan, or into Southside Motor Factors, is Paul O'Connell on his own down the straight. That big V8, 3.3 litre Nicholson McLaren engine. Next up Tony Greenan, and Paul has the length of the straight, I think, now on Tony. Next up will be Dara Daly. Yeah, Dara's car seems to be going fine now, and we'll just see what the numbers are showing. Paul O'Connell on a 131.2. Decent time for that car. Tony Greenan on a 136. Dara Daly on a 134. And Daniel Fardy 142. Michael Connolly 134. So oh, I've got a sorry about this, but there's a shout from the background. Senan O'Connor telling us that that's Paul O'Connell there coming up from Tarzan 2, and Michael Connolly past Dara Daly down, past Daniel Fardy down the main straight here, and Tony Greenan out in his own there. Relatively happy, I suppose, with second spot. A haul of points for him. on his fight to keep Dara Daly at bay, and Paul O'Connell down the main straight again. Car sounds wonderful and clean, so must have solved all his problems with that doing a 131. And Tony Greenan then makes it down the main straight. No dramas there. Tony was complaining about those tyres, the new tyres he has to use because the old ones aren't available anymore and they're quite a bit slower. The dry medium A tyres, and Dara Daly down the main straight. So it's a slight procession there now, and let's see McConnelly coming into Southside Motor Factors, and there's Michael heading down the main straight. Sounds beautiful. Those V6s really sound nice. And Daniel Fardy taking up 5th spot. So yeah, every time I look at the timings, Paul O'Connell still at 1:31.2, and next fastest man is Michael Connolly on a 1:33.8. So this racing dominated by Dallara World Series cars, and Paul O'Connell about to turn into Southside Motor Factors. And it's great to see Paul coming out with that car. We don't see these type of cars very often. Proper full house racing cars. That's Tony Greenan there in second, and third will be Dara Daly. Dara is in a 3.5 litre Solution F engine, Dallara V6 World Series, of course, as well. There's Dara Daly down in third spot. Dara will be quite upset about that, whatever happened to him. And McConnelly takes the road down to turn 1. And we have 3 minutes left on the clock. Paul O'Connell and Danny Fardy going down the main straight there. Again, I say the weather was very kind to us, and you can see from that shot the cumulus cloud there. Tony Greenan coming up from Tarzan 2. Paul O'Connell rounding Southside Motor Factors and down at nearly the end of the straight before we see Tony Greenan again. And coming up from Tarzan 2 is Dara Daly, is it? Yeah. I think he's losing ground. So we're trying to pick up the there's Dara Daly now. Car sounds good going down the straight, so I don't think there's any issues there. Although I think I heard him on the rev limiter. Maybe he's stuck in a gear or something. McConnelly there. McConnelly could snatch a position here, coming into the end of the race. And Paul O'Connell in the lead, up from Tarzan 2. A long gap then to second position. Daniel Fardy then down the straight in his F311 Honda engined F3, which you'd like to sell. And Tony Greenan there, the leader then going down the main straight. Paul O'Connell could and should come away with a win with 49 seconds left on the clock, and he's on a 1:31.2 is his best time, which is very good time now. probably not pushing it 100%. No need. And Tony settled in second place there. Tony wants to sell that car too. Very reliable car. Probably worth talking to. And Dara Daly then down the main straight. Dara will be disappointed. I think Dara's in one gear actually. He's looks like he's hitting rev limiter and not changing gear. So an opportunity for Mick Connolly to make a spot and maybe get on the podium with no time left on the clock. So the final lap, and we see Paula, oh that's Daniel Fardy there going down the main straight. Paul O'Connell going down the main straight there, and I believe, yeah, that's the race for Paul O'Connell. Well done, Paul, and he will be delighted with that. And we wait for Tony Greenan then. And Tony Green rounds the final corner. Happy with second. Happier if he got first, of course, but second's okay. And do we see a change for the podium spot? Can Michael Connolly catch Dara Daly? And we're into the final corner now. And Dara Daly is making it into the third spot with Michael Connolly almost catching him. And with that then Daniel Fardy will come in fifth. So 5 starters, 5 finishers, and well, we have to wait for Daniel, of course, to cross the finish line. And Daniel coming onto the old circuit now and coming up to Southside Motor Factors corner for the final time. And there goes Daniel down the main straight and taking the checkered flag. So that's the race over. And what we shall do now is we will gather up our gear here. We're in one of the suites, the Ferrari suite, broadcasting from here. And we'll pop down and have a chat with the drivers. And there's Paul O'Connell on the way into the pits. A happy camper, I would think.
Yeah, someone's going to have to have that.
Now we're ready to go with the prize giving, and the first 3 cars are here. All the family around. And Paul O'Connell came in first, with Tony Green in second, and Dara Daly third. So if we can get the prizes out, and we might get Carmel Daly to pick them up, or Niall Marr maybe. Niall, pull out third spot there. Now we'll be quiet while the Shane Rovers are going out. Now there's the Shane Rovers after going out, and can we get come on, Dara Daly finished third in the second race of the day. Dara, you had a bit of a problem there at the end, had you?
Yeah, car got stuck in fourth gear, so I was just had to nurse it around, and I was waiting for the boys to start waving me in, and I was there, no, I need to stay out here for a few championship points, you know, they all count at the end of the year. But yeah, look, listen, it was a great weekend anyways, you know, fair play to Paul and Tony, you know, I heard they were flying lap record times nearly, you know, or over it, but fair play to them, you know, and it's been a great weekend here, and thanks very much to all the lads, my father, mother, all the lads that come along and help us out, you know, it's great to have them here, great sport.
You have a great family sport.
That's it, you know,
and
it is, yeah.
Fair play to you. That car rarely gives you trouble.
No, never really gives us any bother at all, but look, listen, I suppose you're coming to the end of the season now, and things can start getting a little bit tricky with them, but look, we'll have it ready for the next day anyways. We'll be back to fight again for the championship.
Okay, congratulations once again, Dara.
All right, cheers.
Come on, Dara. Now, second in the second race of the day was Tony Greenan. Ah, Tony.
Well done.
Well done, Tony.
Thank you, sir. Cheers.
Now, Tony, you didn't quite get the performance, I think, out of those tyres, did you?
No, I didn't know. Fuel has actually added a bit, some camber shims there till it and made our footprint a bit bigger. So they were a lot better this time than they were out of the last race. So slowly but surely getting there. I think with these DMA tyres, like, you can't keep blaming the tyres, you know. But you know, it's.
But you still didn't mind bagging the points to try and stay ahead of Dara Daly.
I seen Dara had trouble, but he obviously let me pass, but I just kept the shoe in her just to get away as far away from as possible, like, because I didn't know what was wrong with his car. Could have been an electrical fault or something, maybe he could come at me again, you know, so I just kept the shoe in her. I was never catching Paul O'Connell. It's awesome machine, awesome driver. Fair play to Paul for winning the race.
Okay, fair play, and congratulations once again, Tony.
Thank you.
All right. And the winner of race 2 today was my good friend, Paul O'Connell.
Here, Mr. Paul.
Well done, Paul.
Thanks, Donald. Yeah.
That didn't look great at the start, but you hauled them back.
We were stuck in first gear again. Yeah, a little bit. It's better than before. I think we're on the way to fixing it. I'd have to say huge thanks to Joe Power and Michael. Michael rebuilt the gearbox, and that's what we were waiting for the last couple of months for this car.
Yeah.
And in fairness, gearbox has been perfect, and Joe has been working really hard on all the settings. So I couldn't have done it without them, and the car is only as good as the people, my friends that are here working on it. So huge help. Thank you.
It was nice of Michael Zeller to come over from Austria.
Well, I think he wanted to see how his gearbox got on, so it got a high-speed trip around the track.
Well done, Paul. You were on a 1:31 time there.
Something like that. Yeah, I honestly have no.
Decent time for that car, I think.
Yeah, it's okay. There's loads and loads in it. It's just tickling it.
Yeah.
Just tickling it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, and we appreciate you bringing this car out, because we know, a lot of money been spent on it to get it out here.
Well,
and fair play to you.
It's a good little car. Wouldn't
Okay,
mind it.
congratulations once again.
Thank
Paul.
you. Thanks.
Well done. Well done.
Well done, Paul.
Now, that ends the coverage of our Boss Racing for September, with 2 races over, most cars intact, and unfortunate for Mick Roach that he blew the engine there. Actually, it wasn't really his fault, where the car jumped into first gear going down the main straight here, and obviously the result of that wasn't very pretty, but overall, considering the numbers, bit of good racing there, and a lot of happy customers going home, I think. So once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the coverage.
Kevin Igo goes through, but the leaders already out towards turn 3. That's important again. First these two together, and such a Bennett's got the eye. He's a very turning out. Connor leads Carney. And look at this hard now he makes contact. The Snyder is in the front of the he's under it.